who's the analyst on the college football today. I'm Tim Brando. Have a great weekend, a happy Thanksgiving. We'll see you here on Friday. Bye-bye, everybody.
CBS Friday. Richard Kimball will be hunted by a hired killer.
What do you want? You.
And you won't believe who's behind it. The Fugitive, all new CBS Friday.
Faith Hill in her first network special ever. Faith, Thanksgiving night on CBS.
From Hallmark Hall of Fame, when Rebecca went searching for her birth parents,
tell me it's okay to be terrified.
She had no idea where her roots would take her.
I think I'm your daughter.
But can she embrace this new world without losing the love of her family?
I didn't ask to come here.
I don't even know you anymore.
Mercedes Rule, Jamie Sheridan in a television event.
You afraid I choose them over you?
Hallmark Hall of Fame's The Lost Child, CBS Sunday.
The Repertory Theater of St. Louis proudly presents Brian Dennehy in the show the New York Times called a powerhouse production. You'll always be haunted by Brian Dennehy as Willie Loman in Arthur Miller's Death of a Salesman, coming to the Fox November 16th through the 21st. This phenomenal winner of 4 1999 Tony Awards is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, says the Post-Dispatch. Don't miss this show. Tickets on sale now at all MetroTix locations or by calling 314-534-1111. Sponsored by the First Star Broadway series and TWA.
The #1 selling Taurus is built to protect you, all of you. Dual-stage airbags protect your head and torso. Adjustable pedals mean more space for your legs. But it's Taurus's new styling that protects the most fragile part of the human anatomy, the ego. And while its bold redesign protects your image, 2.9% financing plus $1,000 cash back will do wonders for your self-esteem. Ford Taurus, with looks that save face and a deal that saves you cash. At your quality Ford store on both sides of the river.
KMOV TV, for St. Louis. Thanks for choosing News 4 St. Louis at 6.
Well, there's a lot of spinning of numbers right now. What we do know is that Governor Bush did not pick up all the votes in the absentee ballots that was expected.
Our top story tonight, George W. Bush's lead in the battle for the White House is growing, even though he did not dominate in the absentee ballots. Good evening, and thank you for joining us. The overseas votes are in and counted.
Today, Florida officials released the final uncertified results, and it gives George W. Bush a 930-vote lead over Al Gore. But Gore is picking up votes in the hand counting, which continues in 2 Florida counties. Miami-Dade County will also start a manual recount on Monday. That is when the Florida Supreme Court will decide if the hand count totals will be added into the final presidential results.
Well, this was supposed to be the day when Florida's Secretary of State certified the election, but it's still up in the air, even though George W. Bush has now pulled ahead with a boost from the absentee ballots. Reporters swarmed to get a look at Florida's absentee ballot totals. With all 67 counties reporting, George W. Bush received 1,380 votes, Al Gore 750. Overall, Bush leads Florida by 930 votes. Gore needs the recounted votes more than ever if he's to win.
Our focus is on getting the hand counts completed. Currently, that is a matter before the Florida Supreme Court, and that's where all our emphasis lies right now.
They're not even halfway through the hand counting in Palm Beach, and now there are new accusations by observers that mistakes are being made. One Republican observer says he actually found Bush ballots in the Gore pile.
I could understand 1. I could even understand 2. But when you got 8 or 9 and 60 ballots, there's something wrong.
Election officials maintain the recount system is accurate.
I think this is a good thing to be doing. I think, you know, why leave a cloud over the voters' minds?
About 1.6 million votes are at stake in the 3 mostly Democratic counties that are recounting. As for George W. Bush, he appeared briefly in Austin, Texas, as he catches up on the state's business. On Monday, the state Supreme Court will hear arguments about whether the hand recounted votes should be included in the final tally. Until further word from the state court, this election will not be certified. Reporting live from West Palm Beach, I'm Manuel Gallegos. Back to you.
Okay. And local public protests over the Florida recount have dwindled to little more than a street corner discussion between opposing sides.
They just took away your right to vote.
5 Gore supporters showed up at the old courthouse downtown with signs applauding the recount and urging a revote in some Florida counties. Bush supporters showed up to counter the demonstration, which was organized on the internet. Both sides made familiar arguments.
I understand there's some people that are concerned about what may have happened down there, but I would like to have a fair election too. I think a fair one was done, but I think what's going on there right now definitely is not fair.
I see corruption on both sides, and I think that we shouldn't be in a rush to decide who the president is. If there's corruption within the election system, we need to go through that and find out who the real, president should be.
And both sides say they'll continue publicly protesting the process until the election is decided. And of course, News 4 will bring you the latest on this ever-changing story tonight at 10.
In other news, a Southside house fire and explosion kills an elderly Southside woman and leaves her husband critically burned. It happened in the 4300 block of Haven. News 4's Don Johnson has the details.
Smoke was so thick and the flames were everywhere in the house and it was hot. And I could not get in there, so I'm sitting by the door. I'm like, you guys gotta get out, get out, get out.
David Betke did all he could to help a neighbor in trouble. Betke says his elderly neighbor, David Brown, came to his door shortly after the lunch hour. The house was on fire, and Brown's 80-year-old wheelchair-bound wife was trapped inside. Betke called 911. Brown ran back inside the house. The next time the two saw each other, Brown was on fire.
His shirt was on fire and his legs were burned up in his arms, and so I got him off the porch. I'm like, roll down here, Mr. Brown. Like, you gotta roll in the grass and get that out.
Simultaneously, neighbors living behind the Browns were responding to the emergency.
And I was in the back room where there's a window, and I saw smoke coming out of the roof, and I heard a big boom.
There's an explosion, like a little boom, and little chunks of flames shot out the door and stuff.
I grabbed a brick and threw it against the door, a big heavy brick, and knocked the door open. A wall of smoke just came out. And I was yelling, anybody in there?
EMS rushed Brown to a hospital, but there was no way to save his wife. She perished in the fire and explosion. Investigators think they know how it started.
There's a report that there was an oxygen cylinder in the living room, and the resident was a smoker that may have contributed to it.
Mrs. Brown needed oxygen for an illness. Betke says he'll miss his neighbor.
They are very nice people.
Now, the several neighbors told me they had warned Mr. and Mrs. Brown about the dangers of smoking with oxygen tanks in the house. It appears their warnings were obviously ignored. David Brown listed tonight in critical condition at a local hospital. He has severe burns over much of his body. And it looks like this story is going to go on. We'll be checking on his condition later on tonight.
Sad story, though. Thank you, Don Johnson, reporting from the newsroom.
In about 5 seconds, a longtime eyesore on the north side came crumbling down.
News 4 had 5 cameras on the site, including one inside the building. Our team coverage begins with News 4's Lisa Manzo, who shows us the implosion from every angle as it comes crumbling down.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and fire!
400 pounds of explosives crumbled the support columns of the Lambert building in just seconds. Terry Zintel is the lucky man who pushed the plunger that triggered the explosives.
The size of your toys keep getting bigger and bigger as you get older. This was a big toy.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, that's right.
As this building crumbles, spectators can already picture in its place the future St. Louis Commerce Center. This entire 6-block area will be torn down and rebuilt with modern manufacturing buildings.
And fire!
After 8 years of work on this project, there's only one moment of nervousness about whether the sparks will fly on cue.
When the dynamite's in and you see it, and when the wires are hooked and the blasting caps are connected, that building's going to come down at 9:01 when you say come down.
Then, when it looks like the excitement is dying down, that's when the dust begins to settle on the spectators.
Got a little dust.
Oh, here it comes. Hey, guys, can you see this behind me? This is pretty amazing what you see coming towards me. It's like a giant ash storm.
People scramble for cover as the sun disappears behind the cloud of debris. Everything, including the imploded 9-story building, becomes invisible in the dust storm. Then slowly, the sky clears, and what was once a 120-foot building towering over this site is nothing more than a pile of rubble ready for the cleanup crew. In St. Louis, Lisa Monzo, News 4 St. Louis.
Well, a crowd gathered to watch the unusual sight.
Team coverage turns now to News 4's Hillary McKay, who has their reaction.
Fire!
The crowd of several hundred that braved the chilly early morning temperatures didn't have to wait long for the big boom. It went off right on time.
Every time there were like 4 or 5 different implosions, and every time you just felt it like in your body, like shock out. It was cool how that happened.
The chance to see 50,000 tons of brick, steel, and concrete get blown to bits doesn't happen every day. So families grabbed their cameras and tripods, bundled up the kids, some complete with mini hard hats, and came to cheer.
My heart just pounded when I heard the explosion. They had that big old sound, and then I got scared. I was scared, and when all the birds just flew away, all the smoke came towards us.
Yes, the cloud. The enormous dust cloud created by the implosion initially rolled toward the crowd on the southeast side of the building.
Oh, God, here comes the dust.
But happily, the wind shifted, and this reporter was spared. Our other crew wasn't so lucky.
Hillary, looks a lot clearer out there. Can you look at me? I'm all covered in dust.
Yeah, we saw that cloud start to roll our way, and we blew really hard to blow it back toward you, because we didn't really want to deal with the dust cloud this morning.
Well, thank you very
nice of us?
Dust or no dust, the kids in this crowd thought it was even better than the movies. High praise from a teen.
Why was it better than the movies?
Because I got to see it, yeah. Up close. Up close, yeah.
It was definitely worth getting up and seeing an implosion. If you can see an implosion, you should go see an implosion.
Hillary McKay, News 4 St. Louis.
Construction crews plan to begin rebuilding on the site as early as December 4th. The other buildings in the 6 city block area will be brought down the old-fashioned way with wrecking balls, which is fun also, I guess.
Did you get to see it enough?
Let's see it again. Boom, boom, boom.
Well, it is
You
time.
never see that enough. It's always fun to watch stuff get blown up.
It is, unless it's your stuff.
When no one gets hurt, I should say that.
Right. Well, let's move on now. Let's get into the holiday spirit.
You don't need to tell the Boy Scouts. They are already out and about to make this holiday season joyful for all. Find out what they're up to still ahead.
And in weather, we got some colder air moving into the 2-state area. I'll let you know when that'll be arriving and give you an idea what you can expect for Thanksgiving as far as weather-wise goes. All that's coming up.
And what caused this traffic jam in Midtown? We'll show you next on News 4 St. Louis.
This is News 4 St. Louis.
Help teach children about caring this holiday season. Join the Kids Caring for Kids Toy and Food Drive. Call 231-1515.
Sponsored by Channel 4, 92 WIL, and cooperating school districts to benefit the Human Resource Bank.
Every morning on the way to work, Greg tells you about his new RX 300 with the Lexus Value Package, the in-dash 6-disc CD auto changer, the leather-trimmed seats, and the awesome power moonroof, all at a $1,500 savings. Greg, the genius. You're starting to hate him, but not nearly as much as you love his car. Ask about the RX 300 Lexus Value Package at your St. Louis area Lexus dealer.
Clean, safe, economical propane gas. Comfort and energy savings no matter where you live. Propane gas gives your home a comfortable, more even heat for up to 50% less than electric. Add heater or gas logs. Cooking with gas is easier and more precise. And propane gas gives you more hot water faster and for much less than electric. Beyond the natural gas main, choose propane. Exceptional energy for your exceptional home. For more information, see your local propane marketer.
It's allergy season. Or Allegra season. Enjoy your world with Once Daily Allegra for people 12 and older. Side effects are low and may include headache, upper respiratory tract infection, and back pain. Ask your doctor for more information about Allegra and turn this allergy season into Allegra season.
They're making sure people don't go hungry during the holidays. The Boy Scouts held their annual Scouting for Food campaign today.
Scouts collected thousands of cans of food with the help of tireless volunteers, and News 4's Ann State introduces us to one of them.
The fire station on South Kings Highway is transformed into an assembly line of canned food. Let's go, let's go, let's go! Dozens of feet moving fast, but none of them faster than Gary Friend.
You and Gallagher, get out here and get this traffic moving. Cool, right there.
This spry senior scoutmaster runs the show here.
This is 6 years at this house. This is my house.
And an efficient house it is.
Yes, ma'am.
Part coach.
That's good.
Part traffic controller. Part motivator.
That's it. Good guy.
Gary doesn't let anyone sit idle.
Come here, Ann. We'll get this bag out of here. Get it tied up and get it over.
The Boy Scouts passed out more than 1 million collection bags throughout the St. Louis area. Today, they hit the streets to pick them up and bring them to collection sites like Gary's.
I want that truck sitting.
Who, incidentally, has been involved in the Boy Scouts since
1942. I'm pushing 69.
Now he's pushing his scouts to the limit.
Okay, don't forget
Here at the site on the corner of South Kings Highway in Christie.
We're the best, and that's what I want. I want Christie 36 to always prove that we're the best. They're learning leadership, they're learning character, citizenship. All of this is scouting.
And Gary Friend is all of that, too. And State News 4 St. Louis.
Get out of the way, get out of the way.
Well, local gay and lesbian leaders say they support the food drive, but they do not support the Scouts' policy towards homosexuals. Now, the Scouts do not allow gay Scout leaders. The gay community urged the public to mark their cans with gay symbols to protest the Scouts' policies, but still a success. We're getting reports that up to 2 million cans collected in this area where the Boy Scouts operate. So pretty successful Saturday for them.
Yeah, good news. And thanks to a well-known mouse, St. Louisans are filling up on some cheap gasoline. Today is Mickey Mouse's 72nd birthday, and to celebrate the occasion, the gas house at Forest Park in Vandeventer is selling gas for 72 cents a gallon. As you can imagine, at that price, the lines to fill up on the cheap gas are long. But customers say it was well worth the wait.
Channel 4 is kicking off our Kids Caring for Kids campaign, and you can help by giving food and toys for less fortunate this holiday season. There are several drop-off locations where you can take your donations. You can bring them to KMOV or the WIL radio station, as well as cooperating school districts. Or take your donations to any of the 5 holiday light displays listed right there on your screen. For more information, you can call the Homeless Resource Bank at area code 314-231-1515 or log on to KMOV.com.
And if you think it's cold out now, just wait. It could get a whole lot colder.
Meteorologist Joe Petrovich has the details and the 5-day forecast coming up.
And Death of a Salesman is in town. Star Brian Dennehy talks to News 4 about the show. That's still ahead.
At the Waterbury, fine city.
This portion of News 4 is sponsored by Chrysler.
Looking to save more and spend less this holiday season? With the Chrysler Holiday Sale, you can do just that. Because now you can save over $2,300 when you buy a new 2001 Town & Country LX with 4.9% financing. Or choose up to $3,000 cash allowance when you buy a new 2000 Chrysler minivan. So take advantage of the Chrysler Holiday Sale today for savings that let you spend more on a real holiday priority, yourself.
Drunk drivers who kill should be punished, right? Then why are the St. Louis County courts letting some of those DWI offenders get off with little or no jail time? Police are frustrated, and the families of the victims are outraged.
The court said my son's life had no value.
Why in the world are the county courts letting these people get off so easy? Jamie Ullman reveals who's behind the decision to let DWI offenders back on the streets. Monday at 10, it's time to choose. News 4 St. Louis.
You know, life is so busy. We are fragmented and moving in so many directions. Jesus said, I'm the way, the truth, and the life. Get on his path, and you will not be disappointed.
Reliable parenting information can be hard to find. That's why News 4 St. Louis has teamed up with Parenting Magazine. Every Thursday and Friday morning, Christy Shearer brings you all the latest news and trends parents need to know. Sponsored in part by the St. Louis Family Church.
Medicare questions? Help is just a phone call away. At 1-800-MEDICARE, you can get information about health plans in your area, Medicare supplemental insurance, and other Medicare information. To learn more about Medicare, call 1-800-MEDICARE, 1-800-633-4227, or visit us on the internet at www.medicare.gov.
It's been 50 years since Arthur Miller's classic play, Death of a Salesman, first opened. Now a special production has come to St. Louis. This version stars Brian Dennehy and former St. Louis Repertory Theater member Elizabeth Franz. Dennehy performed the role of Willie Loman on Broadway, and he says the audience is always moved by the performance.
Night after night, you hear the audience reacting, not to the Lomans, not to what they're seeing on stage, but to what they've experienced in their own lives, and what suddenly they're seeing again in a different way, and understanding in a way that they never understood before.
Death of a Salesman is at the Fox Theater through next Tuesday, November 21st. There are still some tickets available, and they can be purchased at the Fox Theater box office and at all MetroTix locations.
That is a powerful play.
It is a powerful play. Well, Joe, what's up?
Not the temperatures.
Oh, that's good. We go from Death of a Salesman to dreary weather. Okay.
Yeah, well, it'll be bright. We'll be seeing some sunshine.
How many days of this colder than normal, though?
I think probably at least 5 days. Yeah. We'll look at that in the 5-day forecast. I tell you, we're seeing another cold front that'll be moving into our area over the next 24 hours, so we're not done with this cold weather just yet. As a matter of fact, we're looking at the satellite photographs. What we've been seeing in our area, generally fair skies. The weather systems have been hours south and 2 hours north, but for us, fair skies this evening, and along with light winds, is going to be chilly temperatures falling through the 30s with southwest winds at only about 5 miles an hour. So the winds are not going to be a factor for tonight. Meantime, outside we go. We are looking at fair skies, looking across the Mississippi River this evening. Temperatures, though, are in the 30s at this hour. Right now we're at 38 degrees. The wind's out of the west at 6 miles an hour. The wind chill 33 degrees. Our humidity at 48%. Today's high only 43 degrees, 20 degrees below average. The morning low was cold, 22 degrees. And it's been obviously a dry day here in St. Louis. Other temperatures, seeing 20s and 30s, 28 in Chicago and also in Moline, the same thing in Des Moines, 35 now in Columbia, Quincy now 31 degrees. You can see everybody's on the chilly side. And what we're watching across the country, two things. One is a weather system moving across the southern states, producing rain and snow and freezing precipitation. And this next weather disturbance, that's moving southeastward out of Canada. And that's the one we'll be bringing in some colder air behind. As a matter of fact, this powerful polar jet stream will be bringing in this colder air. That will be moving southeastward. As a matter of fact, we do have winter storm warning for western parts of South Dakota, blowing and drifting snow and winter storm watches. Even in Texas, well, they're expecting a mixture of some freezing rain and some sleet. And you can see that on the radar pictures. Well to our south, all of that will be staying south of our area. A mixture to our south, but also some snows moving across parts of the Dakotas. The winds will be a big factor as this thing races southeastward. Strong gusty winds behind this front. That'll be causing a lot of blowing and drifting snow in parts of the Dakotas. Then this front will be moving through tomorrow evening, only reinforcing the cold air behind it. As a matter of fact, by morning temperatures, some of the outlying areas will be in the teens to the 20s in the city, so another cold morning with highs tomorrow in the 40s. So here's the forecast once again for this evening. Chilly temperatures in the 30s with light west to southwesterly breezes. Over the next 24 hours, the morning low 23, but in the teens and outlying areas. Tomorrow's high 43 degrees. Now, as that front moves through, tomorrow night we could see a few flurries. That could last into Monday. Monday's high 33 and breezy, so it's going to be a very cold day. Tuesday 35, Wednesday 44. Thanksgiving Day, be thankful. Yes. Up to 50 degrees. Well, yeah. So we are seeing some warmer weather, but in the meantime, some very cold air will be moving in.
It's been a crazy month so far.
Yes, it has.
The season will be warm, now cold. All right. Thanks, Joe.
And Tim McKernan is up next in sports with high school playoff action between Pattonville and Parkway South.
The Fighting Illini football team needing a win at Northwestern to become bowl-bound. And is it Larry's last stand at Mizzou as they host Kansas State? All the action coming up next in sports.
This is Zip at basketball. Well, we've seen some weird shots in the NBA, but none weirder than this. Sit-down basket. Latrell Sprewell. What a shot. You know this is going to make it. We present the best, the worst, and the weirdest of the week.
Sitting down on the job. KMOV.com. Now with Doppler 4 radar. Monday at 5 o'clock. Do your kids ask for too many toys at the holidays? It's not easy competing with countless toy ads, but there are ways to keep kids happy without giving in to all their demands. Learn some easy-to-follow guidelines. Monday at 5 o'clock on News 4.
Jack, welcome to Signs and Stuff and Things.
Yeah, I got this spicy chicken sandwich with just the right amount of spice, and it's served hot because we won't make it till you order it. But here's the big thing. It's real chicken breast. You got a sign like that? No. 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 No! Real chicken breast! How do you stay in business?
How fast can I get a chipmunk tube top sign?
Monday at 6. Negotiating for a higher salary is simple if you follow a few proven rules. We'll tell you what you need to do before you meet with your boss and during the meeting to help you get the increase you want. Learn the rules. Monday at 6 on News 4.
That's more coffee, please. 1.5. It's going to skyrocket to 10. 1.5 million will make you feel sexy, you know? I love you guys.
Espresso, please.
The Micromatique pant by Hager. Touch it.
You only get out of something what you put into it. And we're putting something special into truck season. For limited time, you can save on any 2000 Ford Expedition with low 0-9 financing for 60 months. That can save you over $8,000 in interest. But hurry, this deal is for a limited time only. Hey, you only get out of something what you put into it. So get into a 2000 Expedition at your Quality Ford store on both sides of the river.
All right, time for sports with Tim. This was shaping up to be a rough game for Mizzou.
It expected it to be. They were like a 22-point underdog against the number 9 team in the country. They were prepared today. Got to give credit to the Tigers. Missouri was hosting number 9 Kansas State today in what would be the end of a disappointing season. However, a lot of the focus wasn't really on the Tiger team so much as Coach Larry Smith. After 2 straight losing seasons, Smith is on the hot seat in Columbia and could have been coaching his last game at Missouri. Let's go to Columbia for the highlights. Larry Smith standing on the sidelines, and he had his team prepared this week. First quarter, Kansas State punting, and the Tigers blocking. Missouri recovers deep into Kansas State territory, and they capitalize. Darius Outlaw drops back. He is thinking about throwing. When that doesn't work, he decides to run, and he is successful. He goes 14 yards in for the score. Tigers up 7-0 on the number 9 team in the country. Still first quarter, and the Tigers moving the ball again. Outlaw throws it into the end zone for Eric Spencer. He catches it. 14-0 Tigers. 14-3 Tiger lead in the second quarter, and the Tigers punting. Aaron Lockett is one of the best punt returners in the country. They tried to keep it away from him all day. This time they failed. And then he runs and runs fast. 51 yards, stays in bounds, scampering, running successfully inside the Missouri 20. 2 plays later, Rock Cartwright goes 13 yards. K-State down just 4. 21-17 game, and Missouri pinned back deep, and it's a safety. Darius Outlaw buried. Tigers lead is just 2. Wildcats then take the lead on a 1-yard run by Josh Scobie. 2-point conversion, no good. 25-21. 28-24 in the final quarter, and Darius Outlaw is intercepted, and Kansas State looks like it is over. But the defense holds K-State, forcing them to punt with under 2 minutes left. The Wildcats punt in the end zone, so it looks like Missouri with the ball, but there's a flag. And take a look right in the middle of your screen. It's a hold on number 49, Pat Kinney. It's 10 yards, and that's enough for a K-State first down. Larry Smith is the opposite of tickled pink. He is very upset, and perhaps with reason. He is infuriated, and the Tigers finish the year 3-8 with a 28-24 loss to the Wildcats. The loss moves Smith's record to 1-27 versus ranked teams in his stint at Missouri. Darius Outlaw had 2 touchdowns on the ground and 1 passing. Special teams hurt Missouri. Aside from the blocked punt, K-State nearly quadrupled the Tigers' total of return yards. You can't have that against an outstanding team like the Wildcats. Now, Illinois' postseason chances revolved solely around winning today. The Illini entered today's game at Northwestern with 5 wins and needed to knock off the 23rd-ranked Wildcats to qualify for a bowl. Things not looking good early on. Already down 14-0 in the first quarter, but then there's the hit of the day. We show you it again, and take a listen. Oh, my word. Outstanding play by the Illini. That's about all they had to cheer for. Second quarter, and the Wildcats' Damian Anderson goes up the gut and into the end zone for the score. Northwestern up 21-0. Skipping ahead a little now, it's 54-16, and Anderson goes 25 yards for his 4th touchdown. The fans celebrate by throwing each other around. Illinois goes down 61-23, and they are not going to a bowl. Northwestern racks up its most points since 1944 against DePaul. Not DePaul, DePaul, the little school from Indiana. Damian Anderson, an outstanding day for the Wildcats, 179 yards and 4 touchdowns. Other college football action today, the top-ranked Oklahoma Sooners hosting Texas Tech. Texas Tech, not a bad team. This is a bad play. T.J. Thatcher with the interception for Oklahoma, and he's going to run. And he has a lot of blockers, and he has a lot of pasture. Hence, he is going to be rewarded with 6 points. Oklahoma up 7-0, and they go on to win 27-13 and stay unbeaten. Well, Pattonville and undefeated Parkway South met this afternoon for the right to play in the state championship at the Trans World Dome. South was hoping to get some revenge on Pattonville, who ended their season last year in the playoffs. And the Patriots get out on top first. Andre Malone, 4-yard touchdown run. He busts in. 8-0 Parkway South with a 2-point conversion. The Pattonville responds. Eric Stranghunter, 58-yard touchdown pass to Sean Tate. Pirates go for 2. They fail. They're down 8-6. The band fired up with reason. In the third quarter, Pat leads. But Parkway South quarterback Josh Broker, touchdown pass to Tom Martson, cuts the Pattonville lead to 17-14. But the Pirates would put it away early in the 4th. Stranghunter finds Mike Montgomery all alone behind the secondary. He runs for the touchdown, and Pattonville is going to the Show Me Bowl with a 24-20 victory over Parkway South.
I think this year we had so much heart, and our team was just so determined to do it, and it just feels great to get Coach Greco in the Dome.
That's the way we've been all season. We hang in there, we keep fighting, and we make things happen. And that's what happened today. We showed a lot of character again.
Pattonville will play Rockhurst this Friday at the Dome. Well, the Rams got some good news yesterday when Coach Mike Martz announced Marshall Faulk will start Monday against Washington. Some of Faulk's teammates were impressed by the announcement, but Faulk was speechless, so to speak.
I really don't have nothing to say. I'm serious. I'm not even lying. I'm being honest. I don't have much to say. Great players. I mean, play great. They recover great. And I'm glad that he's out there. He's a man.
I'm happy he's going to play. You know, I said if he's not going to play, just go out there and suit up and just scare people. But, you know, no, it doesn't shock me. Nothing he does shocks me anymore. He's just one of those super players, and I think he needs to be inducted into the X-Men Hall of Fame for his healing powers.
And the Rams offense should be inducted into the Hall of Fame for what they have done without both Faulk and the injured MVP, Kurt Warner. They're averaging 31 points in their last 2 games. This week could provide a challenge against that outstanding Washington pass defense.
I think it's going to be a battle. I think that anybody who has free time Monday night should be tuned into this game and definitely watch it because it's going to be exciting.
Roland Williams. Lorenzo Romar's Billikens open up the season this afternoon at the Savas Center. Illinois-Chicago was first up on the Billikens schedule. Lorenzo Romar beginning his 2nd season as the Billikens head coach. And the player today for SLU is the sophomore, Chris Brown. Gets a little kiss off the glass. Billikens up early. The Flames hung around, though. They're not that bad of a team, although you're probably not that familiar with them. Jordan Cardos with the 3-pointer. SLU was trailing early on, but on the fast break, Maurice Jeffers dumps it off to Brown, too. Brown had a career-high 17 points. He also did it on the defensive end. Block. He had a couple blocks today for the Billikens. Drew Diener, he had 3 3-pointers. You just got to see one of them. He had 9 points, and the Billikens go on to win it by a final of 60-57. The game was a little tighter than fans may have expected, but it's a good test for the Billikens as they had to pull it out down the stretch. Chris Brown was the key with 17 points and 4 rebounds. Billikens' next game is at SIU Carbondale. And the first round NCAA tournament, Bob Warming watching Nick Walls dribbling in, tries to pass to Jack Dewsbury, but he can't control it. Still scoreless. Second half action still, and on the corner kick, Nick Walls sails one over the middle. The ball is kicked up. It looks like it goes in, but that is over the net. You don't get rewarded for that. And in the third overtime, late in the third overtime, there is no score. We'll have final highlights of that for you tonight at 10 o'clock. Also, the Blues are playing the Buffalo Sabres. We'll have highlights and reaction tonight at 10 o'clock as well.
All right,
Okay.
look forward to that.
Cool.
Thanks, Tim.
And still to come, we'll have the latest on the battle for the White House.
Plus, the walls came crumbling down near downtown this morning. You definitely want to check out the implosion of the Lambert Pharmaceutical Building. It's still ahead.
Plus, many retailers are in desperate need of help this holiday season. We'll show you what they're doing to attract workers later on News 4.
Oh, it looks so beautiful. Oh, honey, what's the matter? Mommy, I can't sleep.
You're just excited about tomorrow, Dan. Back into bed, Tiger.
Come to Lowe's for a great selection of trees and trimmings at prices so low, you won't know when to stop decorating. Lowe's. Great gifts, great prices.
Exciting. Desirable. Impressive. Innovative. Comfortable. Rewarding. And we're just talking about the lease. Lease an Accord LX from Honda for $239 a month for 39 months. Now we'll talk about the car. Exciting. Desirable. Impressive.
You know, there are a lot of people trying to tell us a lot of things on TV and sell us stuff. I'm not trying to do that. I just wanted to encourage you that Jesus really loves you.
Reliable parenting information can be hard to find. That's why News 4 St. Louis has teamed up with Parenting Magazine. Every Thursday and Friday morning, Christy Shearer brings you all the latest news and trends parents need to know. Sponsored in part by the St. Louis Family Church.
You two seem very close.
Oh, yeah. We do everything together. We love the park, fresh air, being outside.
That's nice.
We know how you feel. Introducing new Crystal Clear Amoco Ultimate. Now with reduced sulfur for lower emissions, it's the clear choice for cleaner air. And that's performance we can really appreciate.
Beautiful day, huh?
Oh, yeah.
New Crystal Clear Amoco Ultimate. The clear choice for cleaner air.
New vote totals in Florida show Governor George W. Bush has widened his lead over Vice President Al Gore.
Overseas absentee ballots pushing Bush closer to the White House. Florida officials released the final uncertified results, giving Bush a 930-vote lead. But the Gore campaign put a positive spin on the overseas ballot count.
Well, we're really happy that Governor Bush didn't pick up all the overseas ballots that was expected. He was projected to get over 1,000, and he only got about 600. And we're optimistic about picking up more votes through the hand counting now underway, but it's too early to tell.
Well, the vote count will remain uncertified until the Florida Supreme Court rules whether the hand-counted ballots will be added.
A St. Louis building that's been standing for nearly 90 years was reduced to rubble in just seconds this morning.
2, 1, and fire!
The 50,000-ton Lambert building imploded in less than 10 seconds. From our 5 different cameras, you can see the implosion as the explosives blow away the support columns of the building on the basement, 1st, and 5th floors. It took 400 pounds of dynamite and years of planning for these few seconds to go off without a hitch.
Well, I don't know how to sum it up any better, but, you know, it's kind of amazing how you can work on something for 8 years and, you know, cap it off with something like this. It's fairly rewarding.
Crews will have this site cleaned up by the beginning of December. That's when Balky Brown is scheduled to begin building the St. Louis Commerce Center. A 6-city block area will be redeveloped as part of the project.
In news around the nation, an investigation is underway into a propane explosion that left 2 men dead at a South Dakota high school. The propane blast killed the custodian and another man who were buried in the rubble. The explosion happened last night in Plankington, South Dakota, near Sioux Falls. Investigators are trying to locate where the propane leaked from. In Texas, 12 Texas A&M students are remembered on the 1-year anniversary of a deadly bonfire that took their lives. Thousands gathered in the rain to mark the occasion. The candlelight ceremony took place at 2:42 in the morning, the exact time the bonfire collapsed. Last year, 12 students were killed when that bonfire they were building fell down.
Well, the holiday hiring rush is on.
Across the country and right here in the bi-state, companies are doubling their workforce. But with the unemployment rate now below 4%, businesses are scrambling to get holiday workers in place. News 4's Miriam Wright shows us what they're doing to lure workers.
Retailers across the country have the same thing at the top of their holiday wish list: workers, lots of workers. The economy is booming, which is good for sales, bad for hiring. This season, the demand for good workers is high because unemployment rates are so low.
They haven't been this low in the past, say, 20 to 25 years. And so most parts of the United States are looking at an unemployment rate at 3% or less. And that puts a lot of pressure on employers as they're trying to hire good help.
That's why retailers will be competing for holiday help the way some shoppers battle for holiday bargains. Limited Inc., the second largest retailer in the country, needs to hire 100,000 extra workers just to handle the holiday rush. To lure those workers, Limited Inc. is joining its sister company, Intimate Brands, to become the first company in the country to offer employee discounts, not only in the store that hires you, but in any of the 8 different brands they own.
For instance, if you came to work for us at Bath & Body Works, you would enjoy a 30% discount in that brand on all of your gift purchases or personal purchases, as well as a 20% discount at the Limited, at Structure, at Express, even Victoria's Secret.
The discount deal worked for Rachel Roberts. She says she can use the extra money this time of year, and as long as she's working at the mall, she might as well shop there too.
With the Christmas season and everything, it was really convenient for me to be able to just buy gifts for everyone in all those stores and have it, not take a lot out of my paycheck.
That's not the only way stores are trying to get workers. Some are posting job applications right on their websites. Others are offering bonuses or discount coupons to employees who sign up their friends to work. Experts say in order to attract the workers they need this holiday season, many companies are already getting into the spirit of giving. Miriam Wright, News 4, St. Louis.
So the bottom line is, if you're in search of a job this holiday season, you are in luck because several area stores desperately need that extra help.
We need a little help in the weather department.
Yes, specifically in that cold air out there.
Joe, can you warm it up?
I thought you meant me.
Oh, no.
Good. But it is cold outside, and it's going to stay cold for the next few days. Right now we have fair skies, 38 degrees. The winds out of the west at only 6 miles an hour. The humidity at 33%, or the wind chill's 33%. Temperatures, take a look at this. Chesterfield now 30 degrees. Rolla's 33. Cahokia is 36 degrees. You can see much colder air for tonight. As a matter of fact, Mount Vernon now 28 degrees. And we're looking at the clouds and the radar pictures across the Midwest. We're seeing some snows to the north and some mainly rain to the south, but for us, fair skies. That will continue during the overnight hours. And for the rest of the evening, chilly. Temperatures falling through the 30s with light southwesterly breezes. Now coming up in 10 minutes, we'll take a look at the extended forecast and show you where this cold air is coming from. That's coming up.
All right, thanks, Joe. Are you looking for a way to cut your grocery costs?
It doesn't take long to rack up a big bill. So still ahead, we'll show you how you can fill up your cart without spending a small fortune.
On the next Live, look who's lighting up the big screen.
Mrs. Betty Lou Ho.
From How the Grinch Stole Christmas, Molly Shannon and Jennifer Grey. Then later this week, Heather Locklear on Live.
Monday at 9 on KMOV Channel 4.
I tried dozens of lotions for my dry, itchy, and sensitive skin, but they all fell short. Then I discovered new Sensitive Skin Gold Bond Lotion.
Gold Bond Lotion is known to relieve dry, itchy skin. And now there's a Gold Bond Lotion for sensitive skin. Triple Action Gold Bond moisturizes, relieves itch, and prevents irritation with dimethicone plus aloe, vitamin E, and oatmeal in a fragrance-free formula.
Gold Bond really works.
New fragrance-free sensitive skin Gold Bond Lotion.
Gold Bond relief, as sensitive as you.
Next, Rosie, a full hour with the Backstreet Boys. They'll sing, they'll dance, they will melt your heart.
They're going insane, this crowd. Oh, my God.
Next, Rosie.
Backstreet Boys mania.
I would do business with St. Clair again, definitely. They have made my house look better. They've made me feel better about my house.
St. Clair, without a doubt in my mind, was a 10. There was just absolutely nothing they could have done better. It was absolutely perfect.
Hi, I'm Ken Green for St. Clair. We wanted to thank you, our customers, for making us the oldest and largest family-owned home improvement company west of the Mississippi. It's because of you that we have grown over the last 116 years, and it's for you that we will continue to give the wow experience. The best products, exceptional service, a fair price, and our exclusive lifetime warranty. Our customers know that when they buy from St. Clair today, we'll be there for every tomorrow. From beginning to end, the wow experience. That's the St. Clair difference.
For windows, siding, kitchens, decks, and sunrooms, trust St. Clair. A proven reputation, backed by over a century of commitment.
St. Clair, bringing your home the very best for over 100 years.
They haven't seen it yet. They're bound to say something.
You know them. Never at a loss for words.
Chevy Silverado. More front seat headroom and more V8 towing capacity than any half-ton 4x4 pickup from Ford or Dodge.
So, where do you want this stuff?
Silverado. It's the truck from Chevy.
Act like they've never seen a truck before.
Get as low as 1.9 APR on 2001 Silverado half-ton extended cabs.
Coupons are not the only way to cut your grocery bill.
Consumer Reports says knowing more about how supermarkets do business can help. It makes you a savvier shopper and saves you money. Buying the family's groceries is a big part of the weekly budget.
When you do your generous shopping, it really adds up.
Pick up a few extra things and suddenly it costs a lot of money.
Consumer Reports says knowing some of the grocery industry's marketing techniques can make your money go further. One favorite place shoppers look for savings is in the weekly sales circular. But Consumer Reports' Todd Marks, who's been studying the supermarket industry for 15 years, says don't assume everything in the circular is on sale.
It may very well be on sale, but it's absolutely no guarantee. We've run across numerous examples in which items are merely mentioned there because the manufacturer paid for placement.
Something else to read carefully. Signs like 4 cans of tomatoes for $3 or 3 oranges for $1.29. Sometimes you must buy the full quantity to get a sale price, but not always.
You may only have to buy one of those items to get the discount.
Another way you can save money is buying store brands. Consumer Reports tests over the years have found some store brands that are as good in quality as some of their pricier competitors. By contrast, your dollar doesn't go as far at the deli counter. That's one of a store's biggest profit centers. Consumer Reports says deli food carries a markup as high as 40%, much higher than on packaged goods. Flowers also have a high markup. But most important, try not to be tempted by things that aren't on your list. Marketing experts say 1 out of every $4 is spent on things people didn't plan on buying. And supermarkets often sell some products at cost or below cost to get you into the store. Basic items like orange juice and cereal go on sale regularly. So Consumer Reports says it's a good idea to learn your store's pattern and stock up on frequently used items when they're on sale.
All right, will this cold weather stick around to put a freeze on Thanksgiving?
Joe's in the Fort Warren Weather Center with details. Joe?
Oh, that's right, Lori. We're seeing some colder air moving in, and we'll show you when it'll be getting here, and more importantly, when it'll be leaving. That's coming up.
What do I know about performance? What do I know about control?
What do I know about grip?
Great horsepower! Limited slip, rear differential. Full time, all-wheel drive. But what do we know?
We're just girls.
Subaru Forester. Sport utility tough, car easy.
Why did you come to Gorman's for holiday?
Gorman's has all the nice name brands at all the cheap prices.
Yeah, these are hot. And what a brand.
Right, $16.99.
$16.99. Department store, $48. And this is a brand name dress. Okay. This is hot. I might snag me one of these.
Too, yeah.
I see that label that we all know.
Absolutely gotta have a label. Gordman's. Brands you want, savings you deserve. If it doesn't have a label, it's no good. But it's full of labels, too. I like that.
Yeah.
Want the lowdown on Dodge Durango?
Here's where it's best-in-class Magnum V8 power.
This is a national sales alert from Dodge. Effective immediately, you can get low 0.9 financing for 60 months on 2000 Dodge Durango. You can now save more than $5,600 or get up to $2,000 cash allowance. We now return you to your regularly scheduled commercial.
See the friendly Dodge dealer near you.
It's allergy season. Or Allegra season. Enjoy your world with once daily Allegra for people 12 and older. Side effects are low and may include headaches, upper respiratory tract infection, and back pain. Ask your doctor for more information about Allegra and turn this allergy season into Allegra season.
I hate this cold, dry weather. Makes my scalp itch worse.
That's scalp stress itch.
When I blow dry, my scalp itch gets intense.
That's scalp stress itch.
Days like this. What an itch.
That's scalp stress itch. And this is what stops it. Scalpicin. Clean, unscented, medicated. To stop scalp stress itch.
Fast.
Scalpicin stops scalp stress itch.
Police chases are becoming very common on television. You've seen them. Police chasing a suspect down a busy highway. More often than not, they end in a crash. Are there more chases today, or are we just seeing more? And how do police themselves? We'll talk about that and more Sunday morning at 10 on Imagine St. Louis. See you then.
Okay, Joe's back. You told us earlier about this chill in the air that's going to get even chillier. Right?
Yeah, it is going to get colder. Yeah. Got some cold air in Canada that'll be moving southward. Over the next couple of days, we'll be feeling the effects of that tomorrow evening as the next front moves in. In the meantime, we'll take you into Alton, Illinois this evening, looking at the beautiful Clark Bridge. Temperature with fair skies, 38 degrees, the wind chill 33, a west wind at 6 miles an hour, the humidity at 48%. And as far as temperatures across the Midwest, we're seeing 38 here, but to the north in the 20s already, and that colder air will be moving southward as we're seeing our next weather system moving into the northern plain states. But in the meantime, we're seeing snows across the Great Lakes and a mixture of some sleet and snow to our south and a lot of rain across the deep south. As a matter of fact, here's the next front that's moving southeastward, producing some strong wind as it moves through. Tomorrow evening, as it passes through, we'll be seeing a few flurries, but much colder weather moving in for tomorrow night and into Monday. As a matter of fact, we're looking at the cold air across the North Pole over the next couple of days. That cold air will be spreading southward and below freezing temperatures Tuesday morning in our area, below zero in Canada. So you know winter isn't that far away. Highs, though, tomorrow will be in the 40s before the front moves through. Then as we go into Monday, highs will be in the 30s and 20s across the northern parts of the two-state area. So here's the forecast for this evening. It'll be chilly. Temperatures in the 30s with light southwesterly breezes. The only good news is the light winds. And then for the day tomorrow, starting out at 23 degrees, warming up to 43 before the front moves through, and breezy southwesterly winds developing during the day. Then for tomorrow night, as the front moves through, a few flurries. They will last into Monday, but Monday will be breezy and downright cold with a high only 33 degrees. Tuesday morning's low 18 with a high 35, but then as we go towards the holiday for Thanksgiving, looking for a high temperature near 50, so the cold snap will be brief and then warming up.
Oh, but we'll feel it.
Oh, yes, we will.
All right. Thanks, Joe.
Thanks, Joe. Well, chimpanzees aren't just for the zoo anymore.
No, we got one that is terrorizing the Zippos. Coming up, find out what he's searching for when Zip presents the best and worst sports plays of the week.
This portion of News 4 is sponsored by Chrysler Jeep.
Looking to save more and spend less this holiday season? With the Jeep Holiday Sale, you can do just that. Because now, when you buy a 2001 Grand Cherokee with 4.9% financing, you can save up to $29.39 in finance charges. Or on Cherokee Sport, save up to $30.36 in finance charges with 3.9% financing. So take advantage of the Jeep Holiday Sale today for savings that let you spend more on a real holiday priority, yourself. Check out the holiday sale at your Jeep dealer today.
What if you had the freedom to take only what you wanted? Introducing Free-to-Go Wireless from AT&T, the prepaid plan that lets you buy the minutes you want. With voicemail and caller ID, without credit checks and monthly bills. It's everything you want in wireless, without everything you don't. Free-to-Go Wireless from AT&T, your world close at hand. With prepaid rates as low as 15 cents a minute, there's no better time to go wireless.
At the Irish Crystal Company, we offer sports awards, trophies, and gifts for employees, service, achievement, or retirement. It's a unique alternative. Crystal Awards that you can give with pride and confidence. If you like, we'll custom engrave your company name or event logo on the gift, and it will be long remembered. We also work within your budget, regardless if it is one gift or 100. So come by and see me. Remember, our gift wrapping for all our awards is free. Call today for a free catalog.
How Leaf Guard gutters helped Amy Sokol's garden grow.
I couldn't plant anything until actually I put the gutters up.
So they bought Leaf Guard gutters. They drink the water in, keep the leaves out, and come in a great selection of colors.
We chose the color that would match the stone, and it worked.
Now Amy tends her garden while her gutters stay clean.
The water comes down, and my garden is protected, and I'm happy.
And cleaning out your gutters forever, guaranteed. Call for a free home demonstration and estimate from Leaf Guard Gutter Systems.
92 WIL. The #1 station in St. Louis for today's new country and your familiar favorites. 92 WIL. The most music, the most winners. A morning show you can listen to with the kids. WIL. St. Louis spells country. WIL.
Time now to take a look back at the best and worst sports plays of the week.
Maybe he's got a chimp, maybe he's got something else. But here's Zip with the Zippos.
Hello, everyone. Yes, it is time for the Zippo Awards. So let's go to the best, the worst, and the weirdest performances in the wild and wacky, wonderful world of sports. We'll start with the best defensive touchdown of the week, the Colorado State Rams. Fumble! Oh, catch it in midair and go the other way. The Rams taking it the distance. Yes! To basketball, best reverse lob pass dunk, Kobe Bryant, sensational. Best drive of the week, same guy, the Kobe man, almost goes down, then goes up, under, and oh, what a shot. Wow. Botched field goal of the week, the Arizona Cardinals. Not pretty. Best fake field goal of the week, Dallas Cowboys. They hand it to the kicker, and he runs in for a touchdown. Beautiful. Worst play by a goaltender, Patrick Lalline, going over the net, off his glove, in the net. Oh, no. The wrong way mascot award. Head goes one way, body goes the other. Back to hoops. Best jam of the week, college. Oh, Jason Richardson, Michigan State. Watch him elevate. This is playing above the rim. Wow. On both sides. Double fumble of the week, Buffalo Bills against Chicago Bears. Fumble. Bills scoop it up, running toward the goal line. And hit from behind. Fumble. Pick it up again. And take it in for the touchdown. Bills score. Wildest move by a chimp. He's got the cologne. Can he open this thing? Oh, of course. All right, pal. Nice job. Smells good. Don't drink that stuff. No, no, no. To basketball, best drive. Here it is. Derek Anderson to the hole. Gets it and gets it with a foul. Once again, to the basket. Actually, he lucks it in, and he says, hey, it was all me. I am the greatest. Let's go to the deer in the net, or football. Wildest move in a photographer. Watch the sidelines. Look out, photog. Ooh. He says, hey, man, you all right? He is. Replay once again, and, oh, man, what a hit. Now the snow. Deer in the neighborhood. Yes. This is out west. Looks like town and country. All right, the basketball best sit-down move of the week. Latrell Sprewell sitting down from the free throw line. Got it! Incredible! Watch it once again. Sprewell from a sitting position launches it and makes it. Fantastic. Best lob pass shot of the week. Paul McPherson underneath. Wow! And it goes. And back to the chimp, eating and drinking. And when he spills something, well, no problem. He just mops it up. Yes. And that's it for the Zippos. More next Saturday.
And that's going to do it for us tonight.
That's it. We'll see you at 10. Have a good evening.
So long.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and fire!
Answer this. Just how often do you feel appreciated? I mean really appreciated.
Sunday, all day, Value City wants to show you just how much you mean to them. How much? An extra 20% off everything you buy on Sunday. And that's 20% off items that are already priced lower than department stores, but only at Value City. Isn't it nice to be appreciated? Hey, it's your money. Get more for it.
From Hallmark Hall of Fame, when Rebecca went searching for her birth parents.
Tell me it's okay to be terrified.
She had no idea where her roots would take her.
I think I'm your daughter.
But can she embrace this new world without losing the love of her family?
I didn't ask to come here.
I don't even know you anymore.
Mercedes Rule, Jamie Sheridan in a television event.
You afraid I'd choose them over you?
Hallmark Hall of Fame's The Lost Child, CBS Sunday.
This is a world where people hunger for substance, taste, originality. When they could just score a 10-piece bucket of KFC's original recipe chicken for $8.99. 10 outrageously good pieces today, just $8.99.
You know how much Grandma wanted to be here for your first Christmas? You see, Grandma lives way down here, and you live way up here. Brian, your cousin, he's a little bit older than you. He lives here in Chicago, and your Aunt Lisa lives here in Baltimore. Uncle Ernie? Way out in Hawaii. Oh, but don't you worry. We'll always be together for Christmas.
Being together is the best part of the holidays, and Cheerios is happy to be part of the family.
You just ate Dallas.
Just make sure it's a leather-wrapped steering wheel in a Mercury Mountaineer, the VIP of SUVs. With leather seating, a powerful V8, and more. Get the extras you want without paying extra, including no-charge leather, plus get into Mercury Mountaineer for low 0.9 financing for up to 60 months. Take luxury to the limit in a Mercury Mountaineer. See your St. Louis area Mercury dealer.
If it's new and it's good,
It's on the river.
101.1 The River.
it's all the music I want to hear.
Dave Matthews.
Third Eye Blind, Creed.
101.1 The River.
It's different.
Never boring.
That makes you happy.
Just the best.
It's my kind of music.
Today's best music.
101.1 The River.
That's all.
Look for a very chilly evening with temperatures in the 30s.
You're watching CBS Saturday, and tonight you'll see new episodes of That's Life, Walker, Texas Ranger, and The District. CBS, it's all here right now.
The first semester's almost over, and I have to tell you,